Hello everyone, sorry I've been missing in action for a while. Haven't had a whole bunch going on, so I haven't had much to film, but I got something new that I'm going to be planting today, so bear with me one second. I'm getting some water here. Yeah, I got something new in the mail yesterday that I'll show you that I'm going to be planting today. And it's kind of an experiment for me because I've never done it before. I've seen how you're supposed to do it, and I'm going to give it a shot and see how it does. Hopefully it won't be something that's too persnickety. So come with me over here and I'll show you what I'm doing. I'm going to a new place, somewhere I don't have anything planted for a reason. What I have right here in this box are two, vanilla orchid stalks. I got these from a farm here in Florida called Green Daze. That's D-A-Z-E. And he sent a couple of these to me. So I'm going to plant these. I'm going to at least do one underneath this big oak tree here. And I'll show you, there's a little bit of a difference in how you plant them. You don't necessarily stick them in the ground. And this is what I've seen. So this is what I'm going to go with. I watched a video, David the Good posted a video of him planting some vanilla. And here's how he did it. He said he had seen, oh that's nice, it dug up some roaches here. He said he had seen people do it this way, and so he was going to go this way. And that's what I am going to do as well. So you take the vanilla. I don't have my tripod right now. I just ran in really fast and grabbed my phone. So take the vanilla and you kind of lay it, and I'm going to lay it going towards the tree here. I don't want to put it up in between any of these roots because I'm afraid it won't have room to take hold. So hopefully it will crawl up, maybe even grab onto one of these roots and then find the tree. If not, I'll have to kind of show it where to go. But do that. Then you take a layer of things like leaves and sticks, and you put it on top. And actually what I'm going to go do right now is get a little scoop of some compost and put it in there just to give it something to eat. And then I might throw some actual mulch down on top of it. But that's what he says to do, is you plant, you lay it on the ground, and then you throw some leaf litter and stuff on top of it and whatnot. You don't actually bury it into the ground. And there's some potato coming up in this compost, but you can see that's finished. Don't mind the plastic pieces from the stupid lid. Some pretty good finished compost there. Basically, once it looks like dirt and smells like dirt, that just smells like pure potting soil, then it's finished. if you ever get compost and it doesn't look like soil, or it stinks, you know, that sort of thing, then it's not finished. You need to let it go some more. But this has been sitting in there for a while. So I'm going to toss some of this on top. We'll just put it right on top there. And then I'm going to come over here and actually grab some of these wood chips. Just, you know, a little bit. Oh, I got air potato vine messed me up there. There we go. Get a little scoop of these wood chips. And I think vanilla orchids don't like full sun. That's why I'm planting it over here. So we'll do that. We'll go with that. It's nice and covered up there. Got some leaf litter, got some compost, got some wood chips on it. It's pointed in the right direction. So hopefully it will travel and climb on and grab onto this oak tree and then be off to the races. And we'll have some vanilla. That, to me, it would be awesome if I could have my own vanilla, because I'm sure, as any of you would know, vanilla is quite expensive. So I would love to have my own vanilla. I'm just going to water it in some here. I'd love to have my own vanilla, make, you know, my own vanilla extract and stuff like that. And another thing that David pointed out is it is a good cash crop. Even in, like, if you want to be extreme, in the event that everything hits the fan, if you got vanilla beans, you've got a bargaining tool. So yeah, vanilla, I'd like to get that going. I'd love to get, as far as that's concerned, I'd love to get some tobacco going. So now I got to find another place to put the second one. And I want to do it over here, one, because it's kind of shaded, the sun's not so harsh, and two, because you can see all this leaf litter, which is what it needs. So I'm thinking about possibly on that, there's a rain tree right there. But let me look around a second here. Let me waste some time, you know. I have to live up to what I've been accused of, so let me waste some time here. Let me, you know, talk too much and be irrelevant and all that sort of thing. So let me walk around over here. There are some orange trees, some sour orange trees back over here that might be a good place to put them. Although I might just put them close to each other so that I can just water them all at once. There's a tree right there, but it's dead, so if it falls, I don't want it to ruin vanilla. See, here's a sour orange tree, and the way you can tell, look at those thorns. Look at that. That is nasty. And in fact, there's a sour orange tree over here that's got oranges on it. There's another one right there, but that one's kind of, I'd have to go through the bushes to get to it some. And that's a giant oak tree there, but I don't really want to go into the bushes I think I'm just going to plant it over here. I need to have a brush mower and mow some of this stuff down so that I have more access to land and stuff like that. I don't want it to get totally overrun by trees, especially the rain trees. The rain trees are everywhere. But we'll just put them in the same place. That way it'll make it easier when I come to water them. They're kind of in the same place and I can water them at the same time. They do like water. They like to be wet, so that's what I'll do. And I'm going to do the same method. I'm going to put it under here on this rain tree right there, because it's a little bit bigger. There's one right here, but it's not as big. although it's easier to get to. Less, that one kind of branches out in a whole bunch of different directions. This one doesn't. I think I actually will put it on the shorter one, because then if it's shorter, do I need to hack anything down? Yeah, I probably do. If it's shorter, then if the vine is shorter, then it'll be easier to reach because I'm short. So, but this rain tree will grow over time, and I would put some on the cherry laurel tree out there, because I hate that tree, and since, you know, I want to take it down, but it's too big for me to do on my own. So what I do instead is I use it as a living trellis. But right now I have a yam on it, and I don't want to get all tangled up. You know, I'm just trying to get this. I don't want it to get all tangled up with that yam, because I'm pretty sure the yam would win. But, so I'm going to put it over here. Alright, same scenario, same method. This one's a little bit longer. And vanilla is actually a type of orchid, so it's interesting. The leaves are very thick and waxy. This one is probably going to get a little more sun, so we'll see how it does. Sorry for my hand being in there. I'm trying to open this. We'll see how it does getting a little more sun. You can see the root ball there. And I'm going to put it here, have it actually up against the tree so it can already be in contact with where I want it to go. So we'll see how this goes. Like I said, this is an experiment for me. I've never planted vanilla. I didn't even know you could grow vanilla in Florida. Maybe this is a variety that will grow here. Like I said, I got it from Green Day's farm. That's D-A-Z-E. And apparently he grows vanilla, and it's, you know, successful. My concern here is that we do get some frost during the winter where I am, so there's a possibility that you know, it would be in trouble. But with it being under these trees, it will be also protected from that, and I can always cover it up. I can always come out and cover it with leaf litter and wood chips and stuff like that. Once it gets all the way up the tree, obviously you can't cover the plant, but you can protect the root. That way if it freezes back, you can, if it freezes down to the ground, you can protect the roots, and the roots will still live, and that way it'll come back. Okay, let's put a little bit of mulch on here, a little bit of wood chips. Do the exact same thing. Nice, and I'm gonna get a little more, but nice and covered up here. And we will see what becomes of this. This may be a failed attempt, but if it is, then you learn. And if it is a failed attempt, more than likely I will get some more, and I will give it another go, try something a little different. But we'll see what happens. One over here is going to get virtually no sun. It may get some dappled sunlight through the leaves here. This one here is going to get more sun, so we kind of got an experiment going on. Which one will do better? Green Days Exotics is the name of the place that I got it. So big thanks to Green Days Exotics. Hopefully I can get this going. If not, more than likely I will be buying some more from Green Days Exotics. Another thing with this leaf litter and mulch and compost cover here, you see how it just soaks in. There's no water running anywhere. When I just watered it, it just soaks it right in. That's one of the great things about using mulch and compost and everything. It acts as a sponge and just holds it there. Now, as I've talked about in videos before, I don't mulch my garden. I mean, I may in the future, but for right now, I don't. My garden right now is currently a mess because I'm going to take my grub hoe and just go through, and it's not necessarily where the planting rows are. It's the walking rows are a mess, and I've let them get too overgrown. So I'm going to go through and just pull it all in, and I'm not going to fool with mulching it again. I know there have been a lot of benefits to mulching, but especially with the heat and everything, it helps keep the ground cool and save water and everything, which is why I mulch around the base of trees. But as far as mulching in my garden goes, the annual garden, a lot of times it's whatever weeds I pull, they stay in the garden as mulch. But I'd have to put so much mulch out there, and I'm just lazy. Because I have plenty of mulch. I have plenty. And that's like half the size it was. But I've got plenty of mulch. I live right next door to a tree trimming company, and I have spoken with the owner who gave me that mulch, and he told me anytime I want some, it's absolutely free because they have tons of it and they just get rid of it. He said it's free. He'll come and drop it off. So I know I can get it. If that's not the question, the issue is I'm just too lazy to go and mulch the entire thing. Plus, I like to be able to use the hoe to go along and weed in between the plants and around the plants and stuff like that. If it's mulched, I can't do that. That's why I don't mulch, and I've talked about that in videos. But I do mulch, sort of a mulching / chop and drop, with the weeds that grow in the garden. So let me show you one last thing here before I sign off. I'm getting passion fruit now. I've been getting fruit, but I'm harvesting it because it is starting to turn. You can see right there, that one's starting to turn. They turn purple. And what I've noticed with mine is, see, that one's starting to turn. That one's starting to turn. That one's starting to turn. What I've noticed with mine is I don't have to really guess as to when they're ready to be picked, because once it'll be pretty much solid purple, and then it will fall off on its own, and then I'll pick it up. I'll leave it on my counter for a little while to ripen some more, but I don't have to go, I don't have to come out and decide when it's ready to be picked. It just kind of falls off on its own. And you can see that little purpley vine going up. That's another yam that's decided to climb up, and it's almost started going the other way. The passion fruit vine goes this way down the rope here, and that yam is kind of going down this way. So, but my passion fruit's finally starting to ripen. I may have lost my, well, it might be coming back up right there. I've lost some of my horseradish, but I think it's doing like what ginger usually does and dies back and then comes back up. See, it's happening right here. That stalk right there. Give it some Spanish needles to eat. That stalk right there that's ginger. You can actually see some ginger root right there. So that probably, I don't know if that will produce anything. I probably need to cover it over. But that stalk right there coming up is ginger. So ginger does that. It dies back, and then it dies back, especially if it's cold. The cold will get to it, then it'll die back, and then you'll think it's gone, and then all of a sudden it'll shoot back up again. So anyways, thanks for watching. Again, I apologize that I haven't been as active. I just haven't had as much going on. But I'll be back sooner or later with some more videos. We'll check in on the vanilla, see how it's doing. Really hope I can get it going well. So and right now really there's not anything, you know, it's too late to really plant anything, although I might go buy me some more cucamelon and put it in. But it's not really time to plant anything. That doesn't mean I'm not going to do it, but it's just getting too hot, and we still haven't had our rain set in. It has rained some, but it's still pretty dry. So anyways, I appreciate you all watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share, and I'll check back in later. Thank you very much.